is so nice to meet family members of our students. I'm Melissa Pierce from Colorado, and blessed to have this wonderful group of people in our program. Just a little bit about the program that they've been through. We started the program in 2008 based on a method that I've been doing for 28 years this summer. And I'm a lifelong horsewoman. Also a Gestalt therapist, which is a form of therapy that says that people should finish their unfinished business in life so that they can get a clean slate and move forward in joy. I've worked all my life with the somatics of horses, meaning their body energy, how they read people and how we read them and how they read us. And so I've been blessed all my life to have large facilities and work with horses and work with people. In 2008, I started getting a lot of requests on how people could apprentice with me to learn the particular method I had created that was helping people heal, but it was a career with horses to do it. And so it hit its stride right in the time when the crash was happening in our beloved country. I prevailed anyway. I just thought, well, I feel like so many people are asking about it, I'll try it. I had 6 students from across the United States who had never met me in person at all, who all joined, and we call that group the Genesis Group. The Genesis Group went through the program, followed by a group of 8 students called the Mid-Pack, and then came the group these guys are in called the Momentum. So the Momentum came group, it was 18. So by then, the program really had taken flight. We knew that we were on to something. The coaches, my staff, and I were elated to bring this big group of extraordinary people into this program, and they have been. The Momentum Group, all the way through, has been quite different. Today, we have 14 graduates before the Momentum Group, and during this year, the Momentum Group are graduating 13. So it really says a lot for just the wind beneath the wings of our program, and we hope our wind beneath each of their wings as well. In order to graduate from our program, we don't make it easy. It's really quite an undertaking. Instead of 3 weekends in a horse arena, these guys have done a tremendous amount. They've done over 300 hours of intensive core work to graduate, at least, at minimum. And at a core training, they show up on a Thursday, they leave on a Sunday, and they've dropped their own personal issues, problems, family of origin work, whatever it might be, so that they're never confluent with a client they might sit across from, so that anything that happened to them along life's journey, they've taken a look at it, they've put it in perspective for themselves, and they can move forward to work with clients in a really clean way. They have done I calculated it last night for fun, over 235 class hours with me of curriculum classes on the telephone. They've done 36 coach sessions with a professional coach in order to develop their business and to help them do what they're doing. They've signed a code of ethics, which keeps them with high standards that we want to maintain in this community as we're going forth. And as they'll all laugh and tell you, they've taken a written exam, which they've all had a lot of anxiety over, and an oral exam, which they all had a lot of anxiety over. So we definitely ask a lot of our students. They've also read several good textbooks. Each of them individually have a number of things that they have to complete and accomplish before graduating. So I think the point of my sharing that with the family members, thank you, and the people that are involved in this journey is that these are people who really represent dedication, commitment, consistency. They've taken 1.5 to 2 years of their life and really followed through. I am a very thorough instructor. I think, a very fair teacher. I think I keep a very safe environment for all of my students. But I don't think any of them would tell you I'm easy. You know, I'm trying to make them the best I know they can be. They're going to sit across from people who are contemplating divorce or contemplating suicide. They're going to sit across from people who are contemplating whether they should move to another country. I mean, big decisions are made, and so it's not something they can just sort of learn in a weekend. We needed to make sure they had solid grounding in coaching skills. Thank you, Bibi. in coaching skills, therapeutic skills, just a number of different things. And so they're quite prepared. Once they come out of here, they're quite prepared. I'm actually not going to put this on right now because we're going to start with something that one of the coaches sent. And actually, Ashara, I'm going to have you join me up here first, if you will. And I'm going to ask Lisa and Angie to stand by your duffels up front. Just stand by your duffels, and we're actually going to work with Ashara first. So who has the letter from Ashara's coach? Which one of you? You do. Okay. So Lisa, why don't you take the mic and come up? So we have professional coaches. They live in Vermont. They could not be here this weekend. Peggy actually injured her shoulder. So is this from Peggy? This one? Okay. So try that mic out and see if it's working. Hello? I don't know. It's on that way now. Try it again. Hello? Okay. Our sweet mic person's running to this. It was working all day, so I have no idea what's going on here. Test. All right, so we're not techies out of this program, I guess. Okay. So this is from Peggy, Ashara's coach, to Ashara, read by Lisa.
I'm honored to read it for Peggy. Ashara, August 11, 2012. On this day of graduation, Bob and I salute you. For keeping a beginner's mind, for being open to not knowing, and for always being in learning mode. For coming out of hiding and sharing your light. For becoming visible and knowing your value. For stepping out of your comfort zone, denying success to your inner failure specialist. For getting out of your own way, dropping the worry of performance and trusting the process. For your heart-based integrity and commitment to modeling and coaching the values and power of authentic leadership. For your silly, whimsical being that brings such light to the world you touch. For being Peter Pan. For discovering that you're a matchmaker, a gossip, and a busybody.
Those were her words.
And that's all good. Yep. Our wish for you this day is twofold. That the fullness of your work is experienced when you put your pet into hat and bring the harmony to the hearts of humans and their animals. Aww. That you continue to be amazed by Wilma's gifts, by your partnership with Glenn, and by yourself, as passion drives your bus to unlimited success. Oh. Yeah.
That's Peggy. Each one of our students sign, and I'll have Lisa witness this, so just stay close. Sign an agreement that simply is witnessed by those who attend the graduation, and it will say, I, Ashara Morris, attest to the fact that Melissa Pearson, the Touch by Horse certification program, have covered the topics of and encouraged me to be responsible for, but not limited to, liability insurance for your program, clients to sign releases, clients to sign a coach release, since you're not a therapist, the importance of opt-in on your email to prevent spamming. I understand that as a graduate of the program, I'm certified to practice the equine Gestalt coaching method. I acknowledge I am not allowed to reproduce the calls, etc. So if you can sign that, and Lisa to witness it, last little piece of business there. We now have 73 students in the program since January 2009, so it's been flourishing and growing, and this momentum group has just been astounding. Each student is given a temporary membership card during their student process, but you are member 2012-5, fifth graduate of 2012. Wow. So that is your membership card. Thank you, Lisa. So Ashara, from the very beginning, when I fell in love with, I now call him Aubane, but you're Horse River, and I fell in love with Aubane, and we talked about, is that a way that you could come into the program and to do that? And
I saw your work on video with him, and I thought, she's a horseman, she gets it, and yes, that would be fun to do, and so we did that. So this represents him sort of becoming paid for in a sense too. So I have a little piece of joy personally around that. But on a more serious note, you have brought professionalism always within this. And I concur with what Peggy said. You came in sort of hidden. You observed for a while, stood back, sat back, observed and watched the process for a little bit. And what I trusted and knew about you innately was this is how you learn to really take everything in. I knew you weren't missing anything that was happening or going on. And I did allow you to sit back for a little bit, 2 or 3 courses. When you stepped out to work, my heart soared because you so have it. You have an innate gift at this work. You have a clarity and a discipline and a sternness where you need to, and humor where you need to. And a gorgeous facility, many supportive good friends, a loving dear husband who is right behind you in this and will be alongside you for many years doing this work. I love Wilma already, anxious to get to know her better tomorrow as we do this work. But it is my honor, and with a heart full of pride for you and with you, that I present you your certificate from the program. Congratulations.
Your turn. I have to talk. They do learn to facilitate, so let's hope she can do that. I'll hang on to this, just in case you don't do well.
That's probably a good thing.
It's gone by so fast, just so fast. First of all, I have to say, Peggy, I love you so much. I wish you could be here. I know you wish you could be here. Thank you for everything, and we will see you soon. Thank you also to my beloved, my patient, wonderful husband who puts up with me when I'm and when I'm nice. To all my herd mates, you know, I could not have done this without you, because you make this process so safe. It gives me hope that there are people out there, I know that there are people out there who are craving that kind of safety, that kind of community, and those are the kind of people we're going to draw to us. It's going to be a blast. And I can hardly wait for all of you to be standing up here as well, because it'll just be such a great celebration. And of course, Melissa, you are something, woman. You are like this mayor. You are a rock. And you know how much I love her. I feel the same way. And I am done.
Well, Ashara, each one of our students get a duffel bag, so you can come over and stand by here. They get a duffel with their name on the top of it, and it's rolling, so you're ready to roll. You are ready to go wherever you need to go. So congratulations on that for sure. Lisa Annabali, will you